Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a Divo warranty situation I wanted to show you. So we had a customer. We value all of our customers. We appreciate you guys so much. They reached out because their Stout V2, I think it's actually a Lefty maybe, their Stout V2 is having, I think, a centering issue. And they thought maybe it needed washers or something. I don't know. I am going to take a look at it here, and we're going to get an idea. Now, first, I'm not going to name the person because I have no idea if they want me to, talk about them. So I'm not going to assume. But I do want to apologize to this person if they watch this video. This was sitting in my P.O. box for like 2 weeks, I think, or a week and a half or something. I don't check the P.O. box very often because it's a couple miles away. It's not a bad drive, but they're only open till 4, and I work till 5 usually, and I never get a chance to get there during the week, and they have the worst hours. My old post office was open till 6. It was so easy. So I usually have stuff sent to the house now, but for Divo, I like to list the P.O. box to be more official looking, So I want to apologize that it took me so long to get to this. So I went and picked it up right away today after he reached out yesterday. So let's take a look at it and see what we can do. So yes, we have a beautiful left-handed Stout V2. And it is way off center. Way off center. I mean, I can't imagine it was sent this way. And it's exactly what I thought it was. I think it's this. So this is the pivot cap. It's hard to explain this to people, if I'm right. It's hard to explain this to people over email because you're talking about the other screw, not the pivot screw. And you'll see here, I'm unscrewing this. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's coming out, right? You can see that. And unfortunately, on this batch of knives, and this has happened to us before with Best Tech, they are not securing these screws enough. So people are flicking their knives, enjoying them, and their pivot screw is not loosening, but this side is. And it's frustrating because I want to explain it to people, but it's just so hard to kind of get it to make the most sense. I call this a pivot cap. I'll say the other screw on the pivot, not the one with the tooling, but it's kind of hard to explain. So let's see if this fixes it. Usually I tell them just to use their thumb or a rubber band to put a little pressure on there because obviously there's no tooling. So let's see if I can get it to tighten this way. And it's coming over there a little bit. And let's see if we can get it all the way. We're getting it most of the way over. So that is damn close. See how tight it is. Still got maybe a little bit of play. The action's good. The detent's spectacular on this. Let me check this one. Make sure that side's tight. This is going to be all T8. What happened here? Guess I just had one too many of those bits. What's this one? T8? All right, that's what I need anyway. So let's see. Sometimes it's easier to take this apart. There, I tightened that one a little bit. Oh, man, it's close. Maybe I just can't get it tight enough. But my fear with doing it with like a rubber band or something, if it's not centering up perfectly, is that I might not be able to get it loose again after, because I need to Loctite it after, obviously. So let's see if he Loctited it. I think he did. There we go. That broke it. So I'll obviously try to use Loctite instead of my usual, which is super glue. But first, let's see if we can get this centered for him. Should have to remove the clip. If you guys are coming to Blade Show, if this video gets up before then, we will have some of these there. Some lefties. Clip screws still in. So So maybe he told me he could get it mostly centered. So let's just make sure everything's here. There's a washer in there. All of that makes sense. Just take this out. There we go. All right. The bearings are in the orientation I would probably put them in. Let's see. Should be a washer there. Yep, should be obvious. Look at that. Best Tech knives. Oh, yeah. I thought we'd do that on this one because I don't know. All right, so let's take this out and let's see. Is it still loose? Look at that. See that gap? So you need to get that all the way down. Now it's all the way down. So let's see. I could probably just glue that side, but let me first make sure that is going to work. So the D shape is on the bottom here. You'd think I'd know that, but we have a lot of knives. And it's hard to remember everything. So we're going to put this guy in like so. I guess it doesn't matter because both sides have a pocket. So actually, I would probably put the bearings in this way. We also had a gentleman who was missing. I've never had this happen, but he was missing balls in his knife. I might just put skiffs in here for him. Well, why not, right? But let's see if we can get this to line up first. Maybe that'll be my way of saying sorry. Can I buy you up with some skiffs? All right, let's see. Get this guy in. That looks a lot better. Still not perfect, but we haven't tightened everything yet. Okay. I mean, that's let's see how close we are here. I mean, that's dead nuts. Is that dead nuts? I mean, I would say it's within the scope of dead nuts. Maybe like ever so slightly over to this side, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's perfect. All right, let's take it apart again. Let me see how it looks with skiffs. And let me glue that portion. I'll Loctite the pivot, but the pivot cap, I think I could just glue because that way he shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. And if I Loctite it, then I don't know. I think customers don't mind Loctiting a pivot, but if that comes loose again, I mean, that's annoying, you know. Let's see. It's also very dry in here, so let's just take a look at everything. Grab that, flip it over. Yeah, looks like we got a clean washer there. So we'll flip that one over. And we'll grab that guy. Flip him over. Yes, sir. Is that going to fall out now? Nope. All right. Detemp ball looks good. Let's clean it up. Clean up any schmutz on there. Clean out the pivot. bearing pockets. Detent hole. Man, look at that grind, dude. Such a sick knife, in my opinion. All right, so let's grab the skiffs. Why not? Let's hook our boy up. It's gonna be 5mm 1/16 bearings. Yeah, unless for some weird reason it's off center after this. I will just leave them in here. I believe this gentleman said he would actually be at Blade Show, which is awesome. Hope to see you guys there. Probably just bring it, but I don't know if I have space. Let me see. Assuming I get this all sorted out, I might just ship it priority or something to see if I can get it to him beforehand. All right, there we go. Oh, almost forgot the most important part. Kev. All right, hold on. Clean my fingers off. Alcohol on them. All right. So you got to unscrew this like so. And then you want to take that pivot cap, get some alcohol, make sure you clean everything, because it's probably got some gunk on it. Clean the barrel. Just make sure you remember which side of the barrel you're working with. So in this case, we have a D shape, so it's obvious that this goes into this side and then pops through, and then the D shape pops into the other side, if that makes sense. So this is the, where's the D shape? Yeah. So the D shape goes in here, like so. And then you have your pivot like that. So just want to, first I wanted to make sure I was right. So what I'm going to do is just take some glue, because I think this is just going to be easier here. Now you got to be careful, because you got to do it fast enough that it tightens down, you know what I mean? Don't want to use so much that you can't get it tight. So I do it as fast as I can, and then I just crank on it like that. And then that super glue should cure in there, and you should have pretty much a rock solid pivot now. That is what Bestech should be doing. I don't know. I've talked to him about it a couple times, because we had, like I said, we had the same issue on the Buzz. But I'm not sure why they didn't fix it this time. And I've had this problem with other knives OEM by them. So it's something to do with how they put knives together. I don't know why they're not doing that. I think they say it has something to do with, because people want to, you know, if people want to mod their knife or something, which is fair, right? I get that. But then you could just have, like, I don't know, extra hardware kits. You know what I mean? But I'd rather have that knife be solid for the majority of people who are going to be, you know, carrying it, using it, or whatever. So. Sorry, my work phone was going off there. Yeah, that looks freaking good, man. I think it looks perfect. So make sure it's, I try to angle this so the arrow is pointing right at that screw, right at the pivot, like that. And obviously you have the option of a wire clip as well. So there you go. That is it, fully assembled with skiff arenos. Oh, immediate results from the skiffaroons. Look at that. All right. I need to Loctite it, right? Yeah, I still had a little room to tighten it there. There we go. All right, so I'm not going to glue this because I'm not an idiot. I want to glue it, but it's not my knife, and I don't want to glue a customer's knife. So I will be smart, promise. I'll put the glue away. I'm just going to turn the camera off first. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back. Okay, I Loctited it. All good. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? Some people are probably wondering, why am I making this video? Well, I think people like to see this kind of stuff. You know, I don't know if people are curious about what happens when you send a knife in for warranty. Obviously, everybody does it different. Whoops, got that stuck in there. Everybody's going to do it different. Obviously, if you send your knife into a custom maker, you're probably going to get a different level of warranty service, right? They're going to be able to do stuff I can't do. But this gives you an idea at least, and this is how we do it. We try to fix your problem. And if we can't, well, we will replace your knife. And if we can't, because for whatever reason we don't have any more of that knife, because we can't keep every knife forever. Like, it's just not going to work that way. It just like clogs up the shelves, and then, you know, we could sell those eventually. So we try to. We'll replace it with a comparable knife, right? That's what we'll do. Or last resort, I'll give you your money back. You know what I mean? I will make sure we do whatever we need to make you happy. That is the goal here. We do try to stock hardware for every knife and keep that, just for the people who might be thinking, you don't keep warranty stuff? Yeah, we definitely keep hardware. That's usually what you guys need, you know what I mean? Oh! Man, that thing fires. See if I can go a little tighter. There we go. That's good. It's rock solid, super tight. I would call that dead nuts. I mean, there's no lash. Pops. And those skiffs are going to break it nice. I could loosen it a little bit, but this is how I would rock it. Let those skiffs break in. You want to see mine? I'll show you mine. I carry it all the time. I have one of each color. Lefty, the blue and the purple. Here's mine. I destroyed some boxes the other day. It was an absolute blast. This is the one I had to sharpen myself because I chipped the edge that one time. So the tip might not be perfect. I actually wanted to compare it to see how the tip looks to a stock one. No, it's not bad. Looks pretty good. So I might just need a stropping or something. Clean this up. You're always going to get a little bit of something on the tang, especially after you take it apart, because I always put oil in places. I actually didn't put any on the detent track this time, so that would probably help too. Man. Here's mine. This is broken in skiffs. Detent feels identical. Pretty much drop shut. Just a little bit of a hitch, which is how I like it. I don't want it to just, you know, I used to be into that, but the older I get, the more I like a slip joint. All right, hold on. Let me just get a little bit of KPL heavy. I'm out of these Q-tips. I'm gonna try to reuse this one. All right, just a dot, all right? Fire it out. I always recommend after you Loctite something, you don't, you know, flip it a bunch of times. But man, can't see the detent track. Who designed this perfect knife? All right, hold on. Get that on the detent ball. There we go. Rub that in. You can tell, I think he carried this because it feels pretty smooth. Although they come pretty damn smooth, to be honest. Let's see what that did. Yeah, that's a beaut, Clark. Let me just see if it loosened at all. Nope, good to go. All right, there it is. That is the warranty service on this specific V2 Stout. In this case, I dropped skips in for him as an apology. I'll throw some patches and stuff in the package as well, but I just wanted to make sure we took care of them. So there you go. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I appreciate all of you. Colin and I appreciate all of you that have picked up Divo knives. People who have shared Divo knives, who have, you know, done anything to support us. We really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys for watching the videos. Thank you so much. And I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And I'll catch you later. Peace.